1986 Scirocco, VW Scirocco GT. That's the 1600 litre petrol engine GT car. 5-speed manual gearbox. Quite a pretty car in this powdery blue. Bodyweight wise, we'll start off the bonnet, work our way around the car, onto the engine, and then we'll do an engine start up. The bonnet's nice and straight. There's a few little stone chips on the leading edge on the right hand side there that have just started to rust over a little bit, but it wants a good old polish. It's flat in place as this one, but you know, it's one of those cars that have got a polish back really nice. So it's lovely and straight, no rust underneath the scuttle on the left hand side as we work our way around the windscreen. There's no rust across the top half either. Across the lower section, again, no corrosion. Got a little bit of a bubble here on the paintwork side of things on the right hand side by the windscreen. We'll do the roof while we're up here again. You can see it is hazy and flat in places, but a good polish would square most of that away, I'd like to think. Come back down the bonnet, onto the front edge of the car. Nice and clear on the lamps and the grille. Both sides, no cracks in that at all, no nasty marks. There's a few bits of crazing just in the top half, like sort of sander marks under the paint there on that edge of the bonnet. The bumper and the lower valance, the lower valance is lovely. Bumper's in good condition, no big scuffs or scrapes. There's a little bit of fade to it in places, but no major marks at all. No dinks or dents. You can just see the sort of flaking of the paint there on it. Lower valance again, nice and black. Body kit fits really snug to the arches on this one. We're going to do this front arch now. You can see how tight that lovely black body kit, plastic mouldings fit to the bodywork. Looks really nice on the powder blue. Nice and tidy on the wing top, no corrosion coming through there. Lovely and straight down the driver's side. Nice little 15-inch aftermarket alloys all the way around, just finishing it off quite nicely. Across the lower sill section, to see again the body kit fits lovely. There's no rust creeping through behind that on the bottom of the door. All nice and straight up the door as you work your way up. As we come up the door, a few little stone chips around the handle, but again a good polish just to bring that paintwork back into life. We'll just really fix this one up nicely. It's perfectly presentable as it is, but you just know it's going to polish nicely. Again, around the rear arch, lovely and straight. The bodywork, the body kit fits nice and snug. It's not hanging off anywhere. There's no clips missing. We've got a few little stone chips and corrosion on the top half of the right hand side. Excuse me there. You can just see that there. As you come around the window surround, we've got a little bit of flat paint here at the top that's back to primer. Nice and tidy down the rest of the left-hand side section. No problems at all with that. Lovely and straight down the rest of the right-hand side. As we keep going around there, across the lower half section again, body kit's lovely and tight to the actual bodywork itself. Lovely and straight as we come up the back bumper again. It is flaking a little bit on the back bumper where it's been painted at some point, but not bad at all. Nice and straight across the lower half section, no corrosion coming through there. The rear light lenses are nice and tidy on both sides. The badges are all good. The satin black is all still there. All lovely and straight across that hatch. Big glass windows, nice and tidy as well. The spoiler is all nice and firm. That's not cracking anywhere at all. Pretty looking car, this one really is. Rear bumper, all nice and, rear valance, sorry, on the lower half. Again, nice and straight. You can see how snug all this plastic body kit is to the arch. Nice and straight down the left-hand side. Again, a bit flat in places on the paintwork, but no corrosion jumping out at me. That's for sure. No bubbling coming through around that body kit itself. Across the top of the passenger door, no rust bubbling up anywhere there. All nice and straight across the lower half section and around the handle. As we come down onto the front wing, once again, there's no rust coming through between the body kit and the wing itself. Nice and straight and nice and level again down the left-hand side. Onto the interior now. Door card itself, all nice and tidy, no rips or tears out of that. Black carpet set's good with the overmats. Seats themselves showing a little bit of wear on the bolster. A little bit of a nick there out on the bolster. Nice and tidy. You will notice the seats are slightly different. I believe the back seats are correct. The front seats have been changed at some point in their life, so they are definitely different. Across the top of the dashboard, there's no cracks there. All nice and straight. No problems there. As we come down the centre console, you see an aftermarket head unit fitted and an aftermarket gear knob. Have a good look at the mileage there. 208,236. All nice and clear. But look at this. Look at the car. You've seen the bodywork. It's been clearly well looked after. Headlining's lovely and clean and tidy as well for the mileage. Into the boot now. Got some various spare parts in the boot. You'll see we've got some period correct 6x9s in the back there. In the boot itself, we've got spare wheels. We've got some gaskets. We've just got bits and pieces that vendors sort of collected over the years. Onto the left-hand side now. Again, door card, lovely and tidy. No rips or tears there at all. Dashboard's nice and clean from the left-hand side, as is the headlining. As we come down the seat, all good on the bolster. A little bit of a rip in the middle swab there. So that is the passenger front seat. The rear, passenger rear, again, gorgeous condition. No problems at all with the rear seats on this one. Nice and tidy. Bit of a polish on the paint and away you go. Into the engine bay now. Toby is starting this one up for us. We are using a booster pack because the battery doesn't seem to hold much charge. We will try and float it up again, but bear in mind, worst case scenario, it needs a battery or a good long drive, might just charge that up.
Well, it's holding life.
It's holding life, it is holding life. Toby said it is holding life, but not quite enough at the minute. So we will get that back on charge, try and bring it back to life. Couple of pumps to the throttle there. Away we go. Bit of a squeak off the belt there. That's just because it's drawing so much power. But we'd rather this happened on the video so you can see this sort of thing. There you go, and there you have it. The Scirocco GT in blue. 1600 litre petrol engine there. Ready to be enjoyed, that one.